This is Jarrod Horak for the RunawayHorse.com. Welcome to my latest horse racing video. I'm going to preview the upcoming 2022 Saratoga Summer Meet. Now I'm going to be posting free selections along with my handicapping colleague, Dr. Atlas. He will be posting free selections on our Breeders' Cup 2022 page from Saratoga this summer. And on that Breeders' Cup 2022 page, we're also going to be having from my Breeders' Cup Winning You're In video series. I've covered 4 races so far. And then from Saratoga this summer, I have multiple Breeders' Cup Winning You're In videos that I'm going to be covering, including the Grade 1 Whitney on August 6th. That's a Winning You're In for the Breeders' Cup Classic. And then some other videos I'll be doing from Saratoga this summer, the Grade 1 4-Star Dave on August 13th, Sword Dancer August 27th, Ballerina a day later, and then on September 3rd, the Flower Bowl, and then the Jockey Club Gold Cup. They're all Breeders' Cup Winning You're In races. I'll be covering all of those races on my YouTube channel, you can also find them on my Breeders' Cup 2022 page at therunawayhorse.com. Horse Racing Nation Best Bets blog, another place I'll be posting multiple picks from Saratoga this summer. I've been doing that blog for many years. It's a daily blog. I have my daily best bet from across the country each day. And as I said, many races from Saratoga this summer on my Horse Racing Nation Best Bets blog. Now, there's Runaway Horse links for my Breeders' Cup page, and then also for this Best Bets blog will be provided in the description in this video. So the links will be there if you're interested in heading to those websites and finding those free selections. Now, Saratoga Stakes races will also be included with my annual Del Mar full cards, and I'll be covering the entire Del Mar meet this summer, and that begins on July 22nd. And if you go over to the runawayhorse.com on my sales page, you will find those full cards this summer. You can purchase the entire meet, you can purchase weekly and weekend packages, or individual full cards at therunawayhorse.com on my sales page all summer long. Now, the Saratoga 2022 meet will kick off on July 14th and it will end on September 5th. It's a 40-day meet and they're going to be running for 8 weeks. There's going to be at least one stakes race every day. Most days, the first post will be 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time. And then most weeks, they're going to be running Wednesday through Sunday. But opening week, beginning on July 14th, they will be running Thursday through Sunday, and then Wednesday through Monday will be the closing week, and it will end on Memorial Day. Now, last year's leading riders, Luis Saez was the leading rider, Jarrod Ortiz Jr. was second, and then Jose Ortiz, Joel Rosario, Ricardo Santana Jr., Tyler Gaffalione, those were the top riders last year. The rider with the top 3 in the money percentage was Jarrod Ortiz Jr., coming in at 54%. He also is the highest in the money percentage jockey at the current Belmont Park meet. So if you're playing trifectas, Jarrod Ortiz Jr. is a pretty solid top 3 contender if you're playing horses that he's riding. Now, Flavien Prat, who's right now 4th in the Belmont Park standings, will be riding at Saratoga this summer. He's relocated this year from Southern California to the East Coast. He's been having a lot of success on the East Coast, and I expect that he's going to be one of the top 5 riders at Saratoga this summer. The 2021 leading trainers at Saratoga, Chad Brown led the pack, followed by Todd Pletcher, Mike Maker, Steve Asmussen, Christophe Clement, and then Bill Mott and Brad Cox. Expect all of those trainers to win multiple races at Saratoga this summer. The highest top 3 percentage by a trainer was Linda Rice. She wasn't one of the top trainers. I think she was in the top 15. But her in the money percentage, 66%. She started 61 horses at Saratoga last summer with 7 wins, 18 seconds, and 15 thirds. So you can see her horses finished in the top 3, and especially second and third many times. So if Linda Rice has some horses at Saratoga, and she certainly will have horses at Saratoga this summer, consider using those horses in the exotics, especially if they're at a price. Because she seems to have, or at least she did last year, have her horses ready to run at Saratoga, and I would expect this year will be no different. Now, the leading owners last year, Clarovich Stable, frequently with Chad Brown, they were the leading owners. They teamed up for the Preakness this year with early voting. Michael Dubb at 3 Diamonds Farm, Mike Ripoli for Ripoli Stable. He's a native New Yorker. He likes to get his picture taken at Saratoga, so look for his barn to be live. Peter Brandt, Reeves Thoroughbred Racing, they were the leading owners last year. One of my favorite angles at Saratoga to play every year, it's mile 1 1/8 main track races. And I like to play early pressing speed horses breaking from the 3 inside posts. And that angle is especially good when there are overbet closers in there coming from Belmont Park. Now, a lot of times closers at Belmont Park with those wide sweeping turns, they're able to do well at Belmont coming from off the pace and just making those wide sweeping runs and getting the job done. But then Saratoga, it's a different story. As I said, mile and an eighth. Not every year, not every race obviously is going to be speed favoring, but overall, I've had a lot of success playing those speed horses from the inner posts, and especially like to play those races when those overbet closers shipping in from Belmont Park take way too much action in those races, and then the odds of those speed horses drift up. So I'm going to be looking for that angle again this year. Now, the stakes probables for week 1, they actually drew the stakes races for the first 2 days. Now, the first stakes race at Saratoga this year is going to be the Wilton Stakes on Thursday, July 14th, and it's going to be race 7. And it's for 3-year-old fillies, and they're going to be traveling 1 mile on the main track. That's a new distance for Saratoga, or it's a distance they used to run in the early 1970s, but they haven't since then. They rebuilt the chute, and now they're going to be running out of that chute in these 1 mile races. We'll have to see how they play. Right now, they're not even sure exactly how many horses they want to run. Somewhere between 8 and 10. They're going to allow 10 right now. The jockeys are still testing the chute. This Tuesday, they're going to go out there. They're going to put a gate in there. They're going to have horses break from the gate, and they're going to get a feel for which gate they should start. The inside post, they're thinking they don't want to use gate 1 because it's too close to the rail, so they may have the horses starting a little further out, not starting from post 1. And they're going to use a 14 starting gate in there, and they can push the horses out a little bit so that everybody gets a fair start. So right now, as it's looking, maybe horses from the middle to outer post could be best in those races. And right now, they're not sure if they're going to allow 2-year-olds to run out of the chute because of the interesting configuration there. Now, Goddess of Fire will be number 1 for Todd Pletcher. And I just said, I'm not sure about the inside post. We'll have to see how it plays. And she is a talented horse, so maybe we'll get a gauge of how the inside's going to play. She was in the Kentucky Oaks. She finished 11th, but before that, she was 2nd in the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Oaks. She's probably better in these shorter distances coming from a bit off the pace. I'm going to push out towards the middle to outer post for the top contenders in this race. Favor, number 6 for Todd Pletcher. She's 2 for 2 in 1-turn mile races, and she won those easily. And then in the Fairgrounds Oaks, she was 3rd behind Echo Zulu and Hidden Connection. In the Black Eyed Susan, she finished 5th from post 12, having a wide trip. Now, I think this is a better distance for her. She has tactical speed, and I think she should do well at this 1 mile distance at Saratoga. Tarabi could end up being the favorite. We'll have to see. She was 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies last year. At Saratoga, she finished 2nd in the Spinaway. And then in her comeback race last time out at Churchill Downs at 7 furlongs, she was clearly second best. She has tactical speed. She's run well all 4 times. Let's Be Clear for trainer Linda Rice. She claimed this one for $50,000 last time. We mentioned Linda Rice, 66% in the money with her stars at Saratoga last summer. So Let's Be Clear could be an exotics contender in this race. She's run twice at Saratoga with a win and a second, so we know she handles this track. She exits a $50,000 claiming win at 7 furlongs at Belmont Park. She's got some tactical speed, and she should offer a good price. Reay for Todd Pletcher will round out the field, and this one finished in the top 3 in 5 of 6 starts, including a 1 mile victory at Laurel Park last time and a 1 mile maiden win at Aqueduct late last year. So she likes the 1 mile distance. She's got early pressing speed. Irad Ortiz Jr. is aboard this one. Looks like a solid contender. So number 6 through 9 look like the solid contenders in here, with number 8, Let's Be Clear, the live long shot underneath. Now, in the next stakes race for July 14th, the Grade 3 Schuylerville for 2-year-old fillies, going 6 furlongs on the main track. And we have some speed in here. Sweet Harmony will probably show speed. Adora, Vedareo, Me and My Shadow, Motown Mischief. And then on the outside, a horse that I like, a Summer Promise for trainer D. Wayne Lucas, $500,000 purchase. This one is a sibling to Creative Cause and Destin. In her debut at 7 furlongs, her debut at Churchill Downs at 5 furlongs. From the inside post, she went right to the front and she won easily by 5 lengths. And now she's come back and she's had a bullet workout at Churchill Downs on July 3rd. So I expect that she will probably go better. She drew outside the other speed. She has that outstanding pedigree. And I'm hoping that Summer Promise will end up being a decent one. She's got a lot of promise, and we'll have to see if she can deliver on that promise this summer at Saratoga. Now, on Friday, July 15th, the Grade 3 Coronation Cup will be run as race 8, 5.5 furlongs on the turf full field in here. Marissa's Ladies #1. She's 5 for 7 lifetime, but she seems best on all weather ground. Benbang #2 will show some speed. Twilight Gleaming for Wesley Ward finished in the exacta in all 7 starts. Artos, she's only 1 for 6, but she was second last time in a stakes race, and then a close third in a stake before that. Sweet Solare will show some speed. Derrynane from off the pace if the pace heats up. She broke her maiden 5.5 furlongs on turf at Saratoga last year, and then last time out she was third in a stakes race at Laurel Park. Static Fire 2 for 2 will show some speed. Poppy Flower defeated Derrynane in that stakes race at Laurel last time out. Lady Scarlet, this one has early pressing speed. She's 2 for 2 on and off track. She's won twice on fast dirt, but she's 0 for 1 on turf. Mystic Eyes, another one with speed. And Empress Tigress is #11. Then we have a main track only, Everyone Loves Linda, but this one probably won't get in. Right now, the weather forecast looks pretty good for the first 2 days at Saratoga. The Forbidden Apple, that's on July 15th, a grade 3, 1 mile on the inner turf course. Full field in here. Art Collector isn't also eligible for the main track only. He probably won't get in. He's much better on the main track. Look for him in the handicap division this summer, in those long distance races in that division. 1 mile on the inner turf course here. A set piece will break from the rail. 10 for 20 lifetime for Brad Cox. Exits a victory in the grade 2 dinner party. Cutting back in distance, has won twice at this distance. Is 0 for 2 at Saratoga with a runner-up. Wolfie's Dynaghost will probably impact the pace. Mira Mission was second by a neck in the grade 1 turf classic at 1 mile and 1/8 last time. Yes and Yes has some speed, along with Clear Vision. Analyze It, Can't Stay Healthy for Chad Brown. This one's a 7-year-old gelding with just 16 starts. He was very promising early in his career, but just hasn't been able to stay healthy and live up to that potential. Public Sector could be the right one for Chad Brown. 3 for 3 at Saratoga. Third start after a layoff, following an improved show finish in the grade 3 poker. A Tone comes in here for Mike Maker, has won at Saratoga before, and 3 for 5 at this distance. Flavian Pratt will ride. Get Smokin' will impact the pace. City Man likes to pounce from mid-pack. Christophe Clement has that tactical speed. 1 for 1 at the distance, has won at Saratoga before. Scuttlebuzz from off the pace from post 11, along with Sanctuary City. And then, as I mentioned, Art Collector is a main track only. So those are the look that'll feature the look at the stakes races that they've drawn so far at Saratoga. Now this summer, they're going to be running on July 16th, the grade 1 Diana. I only have the probables, and I'll put the stakes probables for those up right now. We haven't drawn the fields yet. But Chad Brown typically does well in this race. Bleecker Street, that one's undefeated for Chad Brown, and she would be a solid contender. A Creative Flair for Charles Appleby coming in from overseas. Dalika for Alstall Jr. Chad Brown also has in Italian. Ocean Road for Brendan Walsh has a nice late kick. Rougier for Chad Brown and Technical Analysis for Chad Brown. So any of these Chad Brown trainees would be contenders in here. But Bleecker Street, obviously undefeated, has a nice late kick. The grade 3 Stanford will be also run on Saturday, July 16th. The probables right now, as you can see up on the screen, Boppy O for Mark Cassie, Curly Jack for Tom Amos, I'm Wide Awake for Tony Dutrow, Prove Right for James Chapman, a Roman Giant, Steve Asmussen, or some of the horses that are pointing to the Sanford. And then on Sunday, July 17th, the grade 3 Quick Call. Right now, there's a few probables. Asymmetric for Wesley Ward, Carpe's Dream for Greg DePrima, and Slipstream for Christophe Clement. So those are the look of the horses that have been entered on opening week for the stakes races, and then the probables. So now we'll go through and we'll look at some of the other big races that they're going to be running at Saratoga this summer. The Grade 1 Coaching Club American Oaks on July 23rd could feature a rematch between the Kentucky Oaks 1-2 finishers Secret Oath and Nest. Nest came back and finished second in the Belmont Stakes. Now, we'll have to see if they run Nest here or they wait for the 10 furlong Grade 1 Alabama on August 20th. But another horse that's pointing to the Coaching Club American Oaks, Nostalgic for trainer Bill Mott. The Jim Dandy on July 30th, a local prep race for the Grade 1 Travers later this summer. White Abario and Zandon's probably one that could make some noise in this race. Was third in the Kentucky Derby for Chad Brown, was really training well ahead of that race, and has been in improved form this year. The Grade 1 Vanderbilt on that day. Jackie's Warrior could end up going there. The Grade 1 Whitney looks loaded. As I mentioned, that race I'm going to be doing as a win and you're in for my Breeders' Cup series, and that one's for the Breeders' Cup Classic. On August 6th, that race right now looks loaded. Olympiad for trainer Bill Mott, very sharp right now. Mandaloon's trying to rediscover sharp form. Hot Rod Charlie's just so consistent. Happy Saver for trainer Todd Pletcher, always solid. And then Life is Good, outstanding for Todd Pletcher. I'd love to see Life is Good hook up with these horses. He's very talented. He's got some good speed, and Olympiad is an up-and-comer. Grade 1 Personal Ensign on August 27th. We could see Latruska in there as a speed horse, and then Malathot and Clairiere trying to run her down. Clairiere did run down Malathot, and Latruska got tired on the lead last time out at Belmont Park. But Clairiere and Malathot, they've had a good rivalry going, and they'll continue that. And then the Grade 1 Travers on August 27th. Charge It coming off that huge victory in that Grade 3 Dwyer, a one-turn mile at Belmont Park. He's always one that's been highly regarded for Todd Pletcher, and he really put it all together. We'll have to see if he can go a mile and a quarter. Jack Christopher, excellent around one turn. Probably going to run in the Haskell for trainer Chad Brown. And if he really does well there, maybe they'll go for the Travers as well. Rich Strike, your upset Kentucky Derby winner. Then you have Epicenter, early voting, your Preakness winner. Epicenter was second in the Derby and Preakness. And then Zandon, if he does well on the Jim Dandy, expect that he'll be back for the Travers. So those are some of the big races that are coming this summer at Saratoga. So that'll cover everything for the upcoming Saratoga meet. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this content. And I will be back next week, and I will be previewing the upcoming Del Mar Summer Meet. Until then, good luck at the races. Good luck at Saratoga next week.